Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned, وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَا مِن رَسُولٍ إِلَّا بِلِسَانِ قَوْمِهِ لِيُبَيِّنَ لَهُمْ. Every prophet that Allah has sent, Allah said, وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَا مِن رَسُولٍ, we have not sent every prophet except with the language of their people. Why is that? Allah says, لِيُبَيِّنَ لَهُمْ, to clarify for them. Because if the message is not understood, not clarified for the audience, the message is not delivered. So all prophets, Allah chose them speaking the same language of their audiences to clarify for them. Number one. Number two, when Allah spoke about other prophets, وَإِلَى ثَمُودَ أَخَاهُمْ وَإِلَى عَادٍ أَخَاهُمْ هُودًا وَإِلَى ثَمُودَ أَخَاهُمْ صَالِحٍ. So when Allah spoke to the people of Ad, the people of Thamud, Allah called the prophet, even though they didn't believe in him, He called them their brother Prophet Ad, their brother Prophet Hud. Why he come from them? Because he needs to understand the culture. He needs to know how to speak to them. He needs to understand the psychology and the mentality of his audience. Otherwise, if, for example, we bring someone from the Middle East, he never came to Malaysia, never speak Malay, just put him here in the middle. His da'wah or his communication of the Islamic message most probably will fail. Because these are very important aspects in communicating the message of Islam. And even that, when prophets need to be among the people, Allah chose them to speak the language of the people, to know the culture, for people also, the people around them, to know them, to know their background, since they were born until the moment they were commissioned by Allah to deliver the message. They know them, they are trustworthy, they know their akhlaq, their adab, their manners, their lineage. So they are among the people. So these are very important aspects when we want to communicate the message of Islam, because this is how Allah communicated the message of Islam with us as human beings. And you find that there are personal differences also between prophets. Like we have a hadith that Rasulullah told us. Rasulullah likened Abu Bakr, Sayyidina Abu Bakr, to Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. And he described him as very soft man, kind-hearted. All prophets are kind-hearted, but he is soft. And Rasulullah likened Sayyidina Umar to Prophet Musa and Nuh, because they were, strict. Why they were strict and why Prophet Ibrahim was soft? Because this is what the people and the audience need. Like they suit their audience. So it is not only the personality that doesn't suit the audience. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can change their personality, can bring other people to be, prophets, but Allah prepared them, like modeled them to suit the audience. So this kind of differences, we find them because they need to suit the audience. Also, something about the culture, to suit the culture. Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, in our language nowadays, he's from Iraq, Prophet Ibrahim. So when I read the Quran, I sense the personality and the culture of Iraqi people. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speak about Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, he said in the Quran in Surah Al-Baqarah, أَلَمْ تَرَ إِلَى الَّذِي حَاجَّ إِبْرَاهِيمَ فِي رَبِّهِ أَنْ آتَاهُ اللَّهُ الْمُلْكَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describing to us when Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam was speaking to the king of his time. And he was the king. إِذْ قَالَ إِبْرَاهِيمُ رَبِّيَ الَّذِي يُحْيِي وَيُمِيتُ. Prophet Ibrahim said to him, my Lord is the one who gives light and causes death. So this king, he wanted to argue. He said, I also give life, and I give life and cause death. He brought two people from the prison, kill this and free this. So Prophet Ibrahim The culture of Iraqi people, they don't like to argue. They just want to be, direct to the point, decisive in their point. That's it. So Prophet Ibrahim found him, this is a stupid speech. I can't be in this conversation. So he said to him, immediately he switched. He said, فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ يَأْتِي بِالشَّمْسِ مِنَ الْمَشْرِقِ. Allah caused the sun to rise from the east. Make it rise from the west if you are true, if you are God. If you are God. فَبُهِتَ الَّذِي كَفَرَ. He couldn't. So you find the decisiveness in the culture. Usually, I haven't in my life seen an Iraqi who to give a lengthy talk and explanation. And unlike Egyptians, like Prophet Musa, he's from Egypt. So in our culture, in our language today, he's from Egypt. And the culture, most of Egyptian people, usually when you ask them, they like to give you a lengthy explanation to explain everything. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the first time gave revelation to Prophet Musa, he asked him, وَمَا تِلْكَ بِيَمِينِكَ يَا Musa? What's that in your hand? So he can, if I think, just an imagination, if Prophet Ibrahim, he will say, it is a asa, a stick. But Prophet Musa said, وَمَا تِلْكَ بِيَمِينِكَ يَا مُوسَى قَالَ هِيَ عَصَاي. It is my stick. أَتَوَكَّأُ عَلَيْهَا. I lean on it. وَأَهُشُّ بِهَا عَلَى غَنَمِي. I use it to follow my sheep. وَلِيَ فِيهَا مَآرِبُ أُخْرَى. I have something also, some other matters to do with it. I'm also referring to the culture. First time I meet them, I don't know anything about their culture. At least I need to get a little bit to know them. Then I know how to speak to them. So that's very important in communication. So when we say communication and Islam, it is really there in the Quran, in the Sunnah. It's not something new.